What's shaking? Y'all know I'm baking. This is Callouts back on the mic once again, and today we have an Escape from Tarkov video. Let's dive into it, y'all. So this is a series I figured out just kind of from experience that I think would really help some people out there, some new players. It's going to be pretty basic, guys, so if you're pretty comfortable with the game, I mean probably a few hundred hours already into the game, I don't know how helpful it will be. It just depends on how often you play with other players because it's mostly squad oriented. But let me know, hopefully it is. We'll be kind of stepping through some different maps. We're going to do customs today and just talk about the most essential callouts that you need. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Join our Discord. It's a community and we'd love to have you. Drop a subscribe. But let's get into the map. So here we are on customs, and this is the first map that we're going to start with. We're going to start on the left side of the map. I believe, don't quote me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, I believe this is, it's flipped so that south is on the top and north is on the bottom. So this will be the east side, I believe. Apologies if I'm wrong on that. I just double checked, that is the case. So this is the east side and the left side of this map here. And so we're just going to walk through some of the major ones and just really the essential callouts that you'll need to have if you're playing with squads on customs. Very common to be here with your buddies. Everybody plays this map. Everybody needs it for tasks and things like that. So obviously all the main ones are in the larger text that you'll see around the map. And then the white text is kind of those callouts that you may not know if you haven't played the game a ton. So over here we've got storage, often called a storage town, and it's really just a bunch of shipping not shipping containers, but just like storage warehouse little containers. I don't know what you call them, like ones that you go rent out and things like that. Pretty big on this side of the map. You'll usually spawn over here by it. Crossroads, that's an extract, so people will make that call out. Right there is a very common extract there, or trailer park. Trailer park is made up mostly by these shacks over here, where it says trailer park workers shack. I believe there's a task over there. And then trailer park being the actual trailers over here on the right side. I mean, usually if somebody calls out trailer park, they kind of mean this vicinity. But specifically, I guess trailer park would be where all these trailers are parked. That makes sense. So Railroad to Tarkov is actually an extract as well, over here in the bottom right of the screen currently. And really the most important call out on this side is going to be Big Red. Big Red being right here, and it's just this giant red building that I'm sure many of you know. There's a task in there, there's the director's office, and it's very noticeable. You can pretty much see the red building from anywhere on this side of the map as long as you're basically on this side of the railroad. So you'll usually hear Big Red call out. There's a courtyard here, so this could be Big Red Courtyard. Note that this is a tanker right here on the east side of Storage Town. Another call out that you're likely going to hear if you play the game quite a bit is over here on the south side of Big Red Courtyard, right here. Right here, there's actually an opening. It's not really shown super well in this map. This is called Slit, though. Slit, right there. S-L-I-T, and you can go straight through. It's a nice little shortcut. There's also a doorway over here and over here that are not as well known, but Slit is probably the least well known of all these little spots. You can be kind of underneath these things, so watch out for that. But that's most of the callouts on this side. Let's move across the railroad to the river area, and of course we got the main bridge, top bridge, whatever you want to call that. Watch out for snipers on this thing right here. I'm not exactly sure what you call this thing. Perhaps like an outpost or something like that. If you guys have a call out for that. And in addition, if you guys have any extra call outs that I don't make in this video, put them below. I'd love to hear what you guys, come up with and make between your teams. And so let me know. So usually over here, these right here that are unmarked, these actually allow you to cross. We call these the land bridges. So they'll just say, hey, coming across land bridge. There's some caches over here. So it's either main bridge, land bridge, or junk bridge, as you're seeing. Sometimes I'll just refer to this as land bridge as well, but junk bridge is actually more specific, so I'll probably actually start to integrate that myself. We've got the Smugglers boat, extract. There's a rock over here that people like to fight at. You know, it's just a kind of a safe way to come around with while avoiding the road. So you will end up in some fights in this vicinity, especially if you go for Smuggler's Boat and it's not been taken. Really just a lot of choke points on this river. So good to know the callouts, especially because there's a lot of sniping spots. Over here, Ruoff Roadblock. There is a sniping point right here. You can take the lamppost and just walk straight up on top of this building here. But people will refer to this as roadblock. Watch out for all the scavs over here in this vicinity. You know, and in this area near the Bronze Pocket Watch construction area, there's going to be a lot of openings in the fences. I'm not really certain if they have specific callouts, to be honest with you. But moving our way towards the mid-map, Crack House is going to be a really, really important callout. There's a bunch of meds in this building. There's a spawn actually right close by to it. And a lot of fighting. You'll usually find people in here. So just be aware. And if they call Crack House, that's what they're talking about right here. You're getting the very common call out right there. And one that I didn't really even know, Repair Shop. That makes sense. This is a good little shortcut way you can kind of make your way through without exposing yourself to Crack House quite as much. Or even to this area over here, which we'll get to shortly. So Repair Shop, Warehouse 17 Extract right above. And then over here, I guess, is tankers and old construction. I mean, normally I call it the Bronze Pocket Watch area because this tanker right here has the Bronze Pocket Watch inside of it. But there are a bunch of tankers over next to it that you would definitely refer to as tankers. And we learned something new. Old construction is where people can go up top and use the LMGs. Making our way to the south, we have dorms, of course. And then this one's going to be 3-story on the east side. 3-story dorms, and then you got 2-story dorms, and it's pretty easy to tell why. There's also what they call, I believe, like the ice cream shack or something over here. It's something along those lines right here that you actually can get into, I believe. But you know, this is probably the hottest place on the map normally, so just be wary if you're over here. There's a bunch of different callouts within dorms itself, but you know, you'd have to kind of dissect that. Room numbers are probably your best bet. And floor numbers, like which floor is he going up, which staircase is he on. So second story staircase, you know, things like that, because the metal is really noticeable, the sound of that when people are moving up and down between floors and coming in. There's also the dorms exfil here, the car that people will call it, the car. So maybe you'd say like car side staircase, second floor. If someone was coming up there, that'd be a good way to call that out. Getting back to the middle of the map, we do have bus terminal. You will find a lot of scavs in this vicinity and people just kind of moving through it from dorms over towards the factory shacks, which is where another quest item is. But this is another crucial one right here, is skeleton as well. You know, being mid-map, you're going to have a lot of communication using skeleton. You might use it as a reference point. You can go up top as well. So you will hear this referred to as skeleton. Sometimes old skeleton too. Yeah, the fortress down here, sometimes you will hear referred to as new skeleton, old skeleton, new skeleton. But more specifically, I think people like to go with fortress and skeleton. Fortress is just something you can easily hold down. It's got a lot of, it's, you know, not the easiest thing to approach. It's pretty defensible, so definitely called Fortress for a reason, but it's kind of open on the backside, and that's why you hear people say new skeleton sometimes. It was just added more recently to the map than this skeleton, so old skeleton, new skeleton, but even better is Fortress and skeleton. And then you've, of course, got the railroads all around, and let's keep moving on. Old gas station, that's going to be a common call out, and you can go inside of it, so be wary of that. And it's also one of the main areas that you can actually cross from Fortress into the other parts of the map. There's a lot of choke points in this map, forcing you into fights if you're not careful. And shortcut, this is a huge one. Shortcut is what allows you to go from the main road towards new gas station. So shortcut requires the factory key, and it's a very common, you know, choke point to use to get across. Not everybody can use it. You actually can hop the fence on these cars over here, but shortcut, you will hear that call out. That's what they're talking about. Obviously, that could mean a lot of things, but if someone's just calling out shortcut, they're generally going to mean this spot right here. Now, take note, new gas station is also another important mid-map area. This is one of the places that Rashala and his boys, his guards, can spawn. The other spot being Fortress and dorms as well. But oftentimes you will get them here at new gas station, and it's just a hot area. But please take note, when you say gas, just know, guys, there's new gas station and there is old gas station. There's both. So please just take note that there are 2 different gas stations, because that can confuse people for sure. Sniper Ridge. This is right above the new gas station and pretty much allows you to see straight into new gas. It actually allows you to see across this fence line as well, just a bit, and you can actually see it from Warehouse 4 windows. But you can. It's just a big vantage point. You can see a lot of the map. So Sniper Ridge is a great call out for that one there. With Power Station being directly to the south of that, you know, usually you can tell by the giant power line or like antenna there. Power Station. I usually call out antenna or power. So it's good to know that Power Station is kind of the name there. 2 more extracts over to the south there, railroad to military base, passage between the rocks, and then another one over here to the west, military base checkpoint. Those are kind of scabby extracts. I believe you would not really use those as a PMC. But we do have military checkpoint over here. Very, very scab heavy area. Checkpoint is definitely what it's called, military checkpoint, because there's a key right there that has that name on it. So good call out to know there as well. There's an extract over here, ZB1012. I think it's a scav only, if I recall correctly. So just know that that's like a little tunnel area you can go into, and that would be kind of the call out for that spot. You know, I hadn't been really calling these warehouses anything, so I'm learning here with you guys. This is Warehouse 3. This is Warehouse 4. That's not great for call outs. You know, you got Courtyard here. I don't know what else I would say, I guess. So maybe just learn that one, learn your numbers, Warehouse 4, Warehouse 3. Let me know in the comments if you guys have better call outs for these 3 buildings right here. And they're saying this one is Depot. You know, I would say that's the one next to the railroad. But that's good to know that there are distinct names for these 3. But y'all let me know, you know, is there better options? I don't know. So moving to the last little section of the map over here, we have Warehouse 7. Again, one of those buildings that I would say, I'm not sure I would use that call out either, but I guess now we're learning. I'm not sure. There are multiple different little boxes on top of these that you can go up into. You know, they're just not super distinct buildings, so I guess warehouse numbering them, it probably is the best. I'm not sure. I know there's a computer car right here, and so I might say, you know, the building right next to, adjacent to the computer car, but knowing the warehouse numbers is probably the fastest way to convey that information if you and your team both know that. Repair shop. Now, I could see it being called that. I usually call it USEC Stash Building. I think a lot of the community will call it that. So USEC Stash, that's what they're referring to, is this building. But I guess Repair Shop is another name. What do you guys use? What do you like to? What do you prefer? And over here, you know, these are also some silos, some buildings. I might say silos, even though I'm not exactly sure if that's even really what they are. But they're very distinct round buildings. They're definitely way bigger than tankers. So that might be your call out there. And we have a nameless building here as well. Now, honestly, you might just want to call this ZB1011 building. ZB1011 being the extract in this vicinity that you can go straight down. If I said, hey, I'm in the building right next to ZB1011, so ZB1011 building, I'd know what I'm referring to. If you guys have a better one, let me know. But that's kind of what I'd recommend for that call out there. So just note there's some stashes over here and over here near Administration Gate in Factory Far Corner. But that's where those are, those scav extracts. But those are really the major call outs. I mean, obviously it gets a little hairy up in here, and I'd love to see what you guys think. But hopefully that just gives you the essentials for what you guys need to know in terms of the customs call outs. Well, that's pretty much it today. I hope that really helps our new players to the game. Of course, let me know. But with that, once again, join our Discord. Link is in the description below. It's a community. We'd love to have you come game with us and hang out. Check out our streams here on the channel and drop a subscribe and like. It helps so much. We will catch you in the next one, and we look forward to it. Bye, y'all.